this weekend. I'm breaking down the very latest coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
We are still tracking strong to severe storm chances, not only today, but also on Friday and Saturday. That's why we've declared a First Alert Weather Day. First Alert meteorologist Evan Hatter joins us now with the latest. Evan?
Yeah, First Alert Weather Days for days out here, Steve. We just can't catch a break, it seems, from the strong to severe storm chances. We haven't seen any severe weather today. That is the crucial part, is that most of the storms have stayed to our west, but the potential still remains. The other issue, well, an air quality alert's in effect for most of us until midnight, and even if it's not, you're still dealing with terrible air quality out there. There's the view from our studios here in Hazard, 81 hazy degrees here in Hazard. The view from Pikeville Medical Center where the sun is out, 82 there, and the wildfire smoke thick from up in Canada. Our First Alert Weather Day continues today into tomorrow, because we have at least a level 1 risk every single day. Everybody's in the level 2 risk tomorrow and Saturday as we watch the potential for strong to severe storms. They continue to work towards the region, but they're also starting to fall apart a little bit. In fact, let's bring them into focus. You'll see, yeah, those storms really did fall apart as they crossed the Ohio River, but there's still some strong cells south of the capital city. And we'll do a little bit more as you head out toward Bowling Green, but still some gusty winds and heavy rain with these as they try to push through. Temperatures warmer in the Big Sandy and the Kentucky River Valley where the sun's come out versus where they had some showers earlier. It's juicy out there. The dew points are well in hand for severe weather, and we're staying mild tonight, only into the upper 60s at best as we head into tonight. Steve, I'll detail the potential for more severe weather later this week. Well, that would be tomorrow and into Saturday in just a few minutes.
All right, Evan, thank you. Last year's flood left many eastern Kentucky families without their forever homes, but thanks to a FEMA program, one Breathitt County family had the chance to get the keys to theirs. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke with the homeowner and with FEMA representatives to learn more.
Transitioning from a temporary fix to a forever home.
We just accomplished a big milestone, so it's a really good feeling.
It was last year that the Breathitt County home of Ashley Fallon and her kids was completely destroyed by floodwaters.
Being a single mom of 5 kids was very scary to wake up surrounded by water. I just done what any mom would do, got them out, got them to safety, and said God's got it from there.
Fallon and her kids would eventually be placed in one of FEMA's temporary housing units, but on Thursday, Fallon became the first to buy the unit she has been living in.
It's been a journey. Between the mud and the extra rain we didn't seem to need, we can finally say there's grass growing and we're settling in, and it's going to have a new charm to it to call it home tonight.
FEMA Federal Coordinating Officer Dr. Myra Sherd says FEMA aims to help people like Fallon the entire step of the way.
It's really a sweet experience for me, seeing all the devastation, knowing the story of how she had lost everything, and now getting to this point, an incredible feeling for us and the reason why we do this work.
And for Fallon, she is excited to offer a sense of stability to her family.
To me, it's the one thing that I can give them that they know is permanent. And being able to purchase today's unit gives them a forever home that it's something I can give them to carry on with.
Turning a temporary house into a forever home for flood survivors. In Breathitt County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Anyone who is currently living in one of FEMA's temporary housing units has the opportunity to buy it. You should receive a letter asking if you would like to buy it, but each applicant will be handled on a case-by-case basis. In the past, we have covered several stories on the Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter in Hazard, highlighting their overpopulation issue and what people can do to help. But now the shelter has a new partnership that staff is hoping will curb this issue. Thanks to grant funding from the Banfield Foundation, Starfish Animal Rescue and other organizations have partnered with the shelter for the Hip to Snip program. This offers low-income pet owners the chance to spay and neuter their animals for $15 to $20.
One little accidental litter, it doesn't just stop there, because those pups could have pups, or those kittens could have, you know, they could grow up and they're going to have kittens, and it's a never-ending cycle. And so really the only way to combat that is to spay and neuter them. Like, get it done as soon as you can, early as possible, and it's going to make a healthier pet for you, and it's going to save lives in the future.
Spay and neuter applications for July are still being taken, but those with Starfish Rescue say they will be focusing on female cats for those appointments. To learn more, you can visit our website at WYMT.com. After 2 years of searching for Candy Green Gonzalez, remains found in April 2022 were confirmed to be hers just this week. WYMT's Madison Carmouche spoke with Gonzalez's cousin and has more.
Candy Green Gonzalez was reported missing June 2nd, 2021. Just yesterday, after more than 2 years of searching, remains found were confirmed to be hers.
We're happy to have closure, but it's devastating to know that, you know, she's gone, and we really, this isn't what we expected. You know, we were hoping to find her, and after 2 years, you know, we kind of came to the realization, you know, it's not looking good.
Gonzalez was last seen down the road from her home. This is where they found her shoes and began their search.
Because we knew that she wouldn't just disappear and not tell us anything. That wasn't like Candy. She would always check in.
Gonzalez's cousin, Jennifer Klein, led the search efforts in the area to find Candy the last 2 years. She says she never stopped thinking about Candy and wanted to find her alive.
It's just the thought, you know, just thinking of your loved one being out there. It's really worrisome, and you don't really know how you would react in that situation until you go through it, or how you would feel, but it affects you in more ways than one.
The family was notified that the remains were Candy's after sending them off to be DNA tested.
Candy was a very happy and bubbly, energetic person.
In Prestonsburg, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
Family says they're moving forward and planning funeral arrangements now for Candy. Those have not been released yet. Funeral arrangements were announced today for bluegrass music legend Bobby Osborne. Osborne died Tuesday morning. He and his brother were born and raised in Leslie County, of course known around the world as the Osborne brothers. Bobby Osborne's son says the visitation will be next Wednesday, July 5th from noon until 7 p.m. The funeral service is scheduled for Thursday, July 6th at 10 a.m. Both services will be in Gallatin, Tennessee. That's near Nashville at Crestview Funeral Home. Bobby Osborne was 91 years old. People in Floyd County gathered in Prestonsburg today demanding change after Amber Spradlin was killed in the Martin community last week. Her loved ones say they are patiently waiting for the right person to be held accountable. Telling WYMT's Buddy Forbes they want to know why no one answered the final call for someone who was a friend to all.
There's a monster out there.
Amen.
And people who know things about this and they don't want to tell, well, they're a monster too.
News of Amber Spradlin's death was a call her family never expected.
It was just unbelievable. I could not imagine anything like that. I mean, why? Why would somebody do that?
And they believe it was a call that could have been avoided had someone only answered hers.
If our 911 system has failed her, then at least it's too late for her, but at least it might help another family. And that's why this is so important. You know, I wouldn't wish this on anybody to have to go through.
The family and their attorneys hosted a news conference outside of the Floyd County Courthouse Thursday, updating supporters on the murder investigation and begging for a separate investigation to begin.
I just don't know what in the world would have gone so wrong to result in what happened. But there was a 911 call and no one went.
Saying they believe Amber called 911 and never got a response, which they credit to the transition of dispatch services from Kentucky State Police to the city of Prestonsburg.
I will not rest until the 911 center is put back at the Kentucky State Police Post. I don't care if, I mean it very seriously.
The police department released a statement Wednesday saying there was no call from Spradlin that night, but the family says they will keep calling for change.
We want Amber's killers, her murderers, to get what they deserve.
They say their support is with the police investigating.
There's a lot of detail that we've not been privy to, but we're okay with that because we know that things are so important to this investigation that they need to stay with the police for right now.
But their concerns remain on the phone calls in question, leaving the community to question whether they are safe.
We're out of the city limits. Are we going to get help?
Or if Spradlin's story will be one in a series. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The family says they do not believe there is a cover-up in the community, just a lengthy investigation to ensure the murderer is caught. They say their biggest complaint now is fixing the dispatch failures before the line goes dead on someone else.
Well, First Alert Pinpoint Doppler tracking the potential for severe weather. I'm tracking the latest tonight.